Hello, everyone. I'd like to call to order the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting. It is February 22nd, 2022 at 4:01 p.m. I will read into the record the open meeting law. In accordance with Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, signed by Governor Charles D. Baker on June 16, 2021, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, the Board of License Commissioners will convene via remote conferencing services on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022 at 4 p.m., airing on Quincy Access Television on channel QATV 9 Government Access. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Sue, can you call the roll, please?
Yes. Commissioner Castley.
Present.
Director Duca.
Present.
Chief Jackson. I don't see on the call. Chief Keenan.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present.
4 members, quorum.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and start with agenda item number 1, hearing regarding the request of the Jimmy Kennedy Memorial Run for the ALS for a special use permit for their annual squirrel run on Saturday, June 11th, beginning at Pageant Field. Louis Tozzi is on the call.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Why don't you tell us about the squirrel run this year? You're on mute.
There you go. Oh, there we go.
Good afternoon, Board, Chief.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tozzi.
Thank you, Ms. Crispo, Sue, for putting me on the agenda. Happy New Year to all of you. As you know, the Squirrel Run has been a City of Quincy institution for the last 22 years. Been enthusiastically supported by the mayor, by the police. Chief, you've been amazing in your support. And we're coming back this year after a break from COVID on Flag Day. Great day to come back after Saturday, June 11th will be our date this year. And we've worked closely with Mr. Welch and all of you down through the years, and we're expecting to have another great day. Just as a brief reminder for the Angel Fund, this race, all proceeds go to the ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, as you probably know it. There's no salaries for any of us, including the Kennedy family, who I represent. And it's been an amazing experience for all of us. Just a very brief update. As you may know, the Kennedy family, back to Chris, great Quincy man, and his son Jimmy passed from ALS years ago. Unfortunately, last year, Jay Kennedy, the partner in Kennedy Brothers Physical Therapy, passed on also from ALS. And Rich Rat Kennedy, my colleague and co-sponsor of this race, as you probably know, has ALS himself, but he's a walking miracle. He's the only one in his trial group that survived. And he has done so well, he is actually going to be running the Boston Marathon. So this will be a wonderful day for us. If you approve our request, we're looking forward to it. And once again, a great day in the city of Quincy. And I thank you for your support.
Thank you, Mr. Tozzi. Any questions, concerns from any members on the Zoom call? Any constituents, concerns, questions? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Nope.
Seeing none. Mr. Tozzi, what time does the squirrel race start?
The actual event will be 10 o'clock, but we'll be up there at Pageant Field earlier than that, obviously by 7 a.m. setting up. And we'll be with the walk and the run just one event, of course. We will be clean up our mess and be out of there no later than 2 p.m.
And registration, how do people register for this race?
Some people will be registering online, of course, but they also can register the day of the race. The race is on the running event calendar pretty much everywhere.
Okay, thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Looking
you.
for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the 22nd Jimmy Kennedy Memorial Run for ALS for a special use permit for their annual squirrel run on Saturday, June 11th, beginning at Pageant Field, starting at 7 a.m. staging. The race starts at 10 a.m. Represented by Louis Tozzi.
Second on the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you, everybody. Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Chief. Thank you to the board.
Thank you.
We'll do a great job for you on that day. Proud of the city of Quincy. We'll make you proud again. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of the St. Mary's Center for Women and Children for a special use permit 1-day liquor license for their annual Eat, Drink, and Model fashion show at the Marina Bay Boardwalk on Tuesday, June 22nd, with a rain date of Tuesday, June 21st, with a rain date of June 22nd. The event is scheduled from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nora Leon. Hi, how are you, Nora? Why don't you tell us about your event?
Good, how are you? Thank you so much. Thanks for having us this afternoon. I'm actually going to pass it to Denise Ajar, who's planning the fashion show component, and then I'm happy to share information about St. Mary's Center and answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you once again. So very excited that St. Mary's has asked me to put on this fashion show fundraiser on the boardwalk. Last year was a total success, even though we had to change it to the next day because of the rain. We were totally sold out at 400 people. A lot of money for the St. Mary's Center. The fashion show was a huge hit, just fun for everybody. People have been asking about this show for months and months and months. So we are hoping that, you'll grant us the okay to do it again and do another successful show for St. Mary. And this year, my theme will be a lot of the models that have been modeling for me for the past 30 years are now mothers of grown-up daughters. So I'm going to ask a lot of the models with their daughters to model, or models with the sons to model in the show, since this is, mothers and children. So I'm hoping to do that.
Thank you. Do we have any questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom call? I'd like to weigh in on St. Mary's Center for Women and Children Drink and Model fashion show.
Don't see anything.
Seeing none. Board members?
We hope you come as our guests.
Thank you for the invite. That's very nice. And I heard a lot of positive about last year's event and how very well run it was, and for such a great cause. Happy to have it. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the St. Mary's Center for Women and Children for a special use permit and 1-day liquor license for their annual Eat, Drink, Model fashion show on the Marina Bay Boardwalk on Tuesday, June 21st, with a rain date of June 22nd. The event is scheduled from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., represented by Nora Leon.
Second on the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you very much. We
Thank
very much
you.
appreciate it.
Great cause. Good luck.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Agenda item number 3, here regarding the request of Heritage Sports Ventures for a 1-day liquor license for the New England Free Jacks games at Veterans Stadium. April 2nd, 9th, and 30th, May 7th, 13th, and 29th, and June 3rd. And 2 Drum Corps events, July 1st and 2nd, Joe Cunningham.
Hello. Yep. Thank you for
Hi,
having
Joe.
me. I'll just add that March 12th is one of the dates as well. That might have been my error, so I apologize about that.
March 12th. Thank you. Why don't you tell us about the Free Jacks, excuse me, and what you plan on doing now.
Yep. So I'm with the New England Free Jacks. So they play a 16-game schedule, a part of Major League Rugby. So we're going to have 8 home games at Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm actually originally from the Boston Cannons, so we help kind of drive those games in Veterans Memorial Stadium. So most of the games are at 4:30 p.m. We are working with Anheuser-Busch, Baxter Brewing, and then Stormalong Cider to do alcohol sales. I've already talked to Captain McCusker over with Quincy PD and have some additional security coming in. So that's kind of the overview right now.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Any questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom call?
John Rodefield?
Citizen Rodefield?
How you doing, John Rodefield? My question is, I support the Cannons. I think it's, or not the Cannons. What's the name of the thing? The Free Jacks?
Correct.
I support them coming to Quincy. I mean, we could use something here. But my question was just for Nicole. When we have someone that uses the stadium like that, does the city generate any revenue? Like, does it, like, do they, pay, like, it's almost like they're getting so much. Like, do they have, like, a yearly liquor license fee? I know this year it was free for everybody because of COVID. But, like, in the future, let's just say that if someone's making money selling alcohol up there, like, there should be some sort of fee. Am I, like right now, I'm assuming there probably is not one. Am I right?
There is an application fee, and we take all your questions and concerns into consideration for the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any other questions, concerns? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
Madam Chairman, I have just a quick question of the gentleman.
Yes, go ahead.
Are you basically going to run the same kind of scenario as the Cannons ran, other than just changing the sport, but everything else will kind of remain pretty much the same?
Correct. We thought everything ran, speaking from our end, we thought everything ran very smoothly. And we have a couple of Cannons people still in place here, so we kind of just want to follow that same drill.
Yeah, it seemed to work the last time with the Cannons. Was a nice addition to the city.
Right. That's good to hear. Yes, we thought so too.
Rugby play is a little rugged, a little bit more rugged, but it'll work.
A little different, but we still think it should be fun there.
I agree.
Any other questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Like to make a motion to grant the request of Heritage Sports Ventures for a one-day liquor license for the New England Free Jacks games at Veterans Stadium, March 12th, April 2nd, April 9th, April 30th, May 7th, May 13th, May 29th, and June 3rd, and 2 Drum Corps events, July 1st and July 2nd, represented by Joe Cunningham.
Jay, did you get the March 12th one as well? The addition?
Yeah.
March 12th.
Yes.
The March 12th one? Yes, I did. Yep.
Second on the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Joe, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Next is agenda item number 4, hearing regarding the request of Rural Lodge Freemasons, Quincy, for a one-day liquor license for 2 events on March 5th. There is a celebration of life event from noon to 3:30 and a trivia night from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Food and beverages will be provided by Family Crest Catering. David Crest. Benjamin Crest?
Hi, folks. It's David Crest. I'm not sure why my son's name is on this screen, but I apologize for that. Again, I'm a catering company in business for 31 years over in Weymouth. I do a lot of work for the Massachusetts Freemasons. Aurora Lodge has contacted me about doing an event for Boy Scout Troop number 42, a trivia night on the 5th of March, and then followed up a day later with another call for somebody looking to rent their venue for a bereavement for 50 to 75 people during the day for a Quincy gentleman that passed away back in March of last year. They don't hold a full-time liquor license. They are looking to serve adult beverages at both events. We are tip certified bartending caterers and carry a liquor liability policy for such events. We've proposed a application for beverage licenses at that venue before, and we're hoping that the board would consider us again for these two events.
Thank you so much. Any questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom call? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Rural Lodge of Freemasons, Quincy, for a one-day liquor license for two events on March 5th. There is a celebration of life event from noon to 3:30 p.m. and a trivia night from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Food and beverage will be provided by Family Crest Catering. What is the address where this is being held?
It is Green Tree Street in Quincy.
Yep. Greenleaf.
I'm sorry.
Greenleaf. At Greenleaf Street in Quincy, Mass. Represented by David Crest.
Second on the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're all set. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You
You
too.
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 Good luck.
Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of Garden Patch by the Sea LLC, doing business as Garden Patch by the Sea, for a common victual license and a cabaret license for the premise located at 895 Quincy Shore Drive, formerly Cafe Maddie. Proposed manager Craig Summer. Proposed hours of operation 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Craig Summer. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how
Why
are
don't you
you?
tell us about your plans at 895 Quincy Shore Drive?
Sure. So we are planning to do, if approved, to do a all vegan, vegetarian, plant-based restaurant for a healthy option for people to have on the shore there. So it would be light breakfast in the morning, coffee, bagels, so forth, and then we would have our lunch and dinner, and still selling ice cream as Maddie's did. So that's basically it. We would like to be able to have some acoustical music at times on the patio. No loudspeakers or anything. No hard, just guitar or keyboard or something very light. Maybe on weekends and so forth.
Thank you.
Sure.
Any questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom call regarding Garden Patch by the Sea LLC, doing business at 895 Quincy Shore Drive?
I just have a quick question.
Sure.
Go ahead.
When are you proposing to open?
Hopefully no later than April 1st.
Okay. Before opening, just check in with our office so that we can do a walkthrough and make sure everything's okay before opening.
Of course. Yep.
Commissioner Castley is with the health department, and we'll be sure to send this information also to the fire chief.
Right.
Make sure that everything's in order
Yeah,
Right,
this is not,
April 1st opening.
right. I was just going to say, this is not our first restaurant. We've been doing it for years. And so we, are familiar with what needs to be done and reach, health department and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, perfect.
Nicole, can we talk a little bit about the cabaret license, the music, whether it will be amplified, how many pieces, how often, what are the hours, things like that.
Sure. Definitely
And the
not.
only reason I mention it is just. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say definitely
Go
not
ahead.
amplified. Yeah.
Okay. No, we have, there's some residents nearby. And,
I understand. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of fun, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
All the music would be ending before 10 o'clock or at 10 o'clock.
Sure.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Garden Patch by the Sea LLC, doing business as Garden Patch by the Sea, for a common victular license and cabaret license for the premises located at 895 Quincy Shore Drive, formerly Cafe Maddie. The proposed manager is Greg Somers. The proposed hours of operation are 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., represented by Greg Somers.
Second on the motion?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Have fun.
Okay. Hope to see everybody down there. Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 6, here regarding the request of AET Group, Inc., doing business as Rex Tavern for a 1, change of officers and directors, 2, change of ownership interest, and 3, the change of manager to Courtney Rigo, the premise located at 375 Washington Street. Courtney Rigo was unable to get on the call today. I did speak to her earlier, she has been basically running Regs now for quite some time. So if anyone has any questions, concerns on the call. Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Nikki, I just had one quick comment. This is coming out of the result of the passing of Eddie Cochran, a long-time Quincy businessman who owned Rags. Just passed away the other day. His wake will be Thursday. I know the operation that they've had there, we've never really had any issues. Courtney Rigo runs a great operation. She had worked for Mr. Cochran for a number of years at Rags, also at S6, Braintree Brew House. She's very well experienced, and I think it'll be a good transition for her.
Thank you. And our thoughts and prayers are with the Cochran family and his extended family at this time. Anyone else looking for a motion?
Nicole, would you need 3 motions?
You can actually do them all in one, Jay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of AET Group, Inc., doing business as Rags Tavern, for 1, a change of officers and directors, 2, a change of ownership interest, and 3, a change in manager to Courtney Rigo for the premises located at 375 Washington Street, represented by Courtney Rigo.
Second on the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That does conclude our regular agenda items. Looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the February 8th hearing and waive the reading.
Motion made.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And our next hearing will be on March 8th, 2022. Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second on the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.